Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War chant is going full throat. And the Noles will get us started with the opening kickoff. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Yellow Jackets offense takes the field to start this game off. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need it.
Fires left. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And the crowd is getting into it early here on 3rd and 10. Thompson wants to throw right down the middle. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete. The Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. So the Florida State Seminoles offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. The running back on a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. I'm interested to watch this matchup.
They'll run this play from the pistol. The give to the back. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly and got the big first down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. And the defense gets to him. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. The short hands. It's Moffitt. Oh, what a move! Touchdown, Florida State! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The offense set for a first down play. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Man, that is how you bring the wood. Great job by the defense. He only gets a yard, and he makes him pay for it with a nice physical tackle.
Wide open downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Looking for space. It's Woodhead. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Got his man downfield. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
But I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot, work in the middle of the field, and you know how fast he is. You just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
He's going to run it. At midfield, he's got room. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defense.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
It's a little demoralizing, too, I think, if you're on defense, because it looked like you had him, right? It's 3rd down. Everybody's getting ready for a big sack. They're pinning their ears back, trying to get upfield. You just can't make the play. Quarterback's able to escape. He doesn't get the first down, but he did get nice yardage, so I'm curious to see what they do here on 4th.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. He's got the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The play action fake. They're trying to get to him. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Got enough space, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Seminoles. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Thompson to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play after.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Got his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. The Noles are on the move. To the ground, he's got it again.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches. break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Give to the single back. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. A shot toward the end zone, and he's got it! Touchdown, Noles! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he's going to try to return this one. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone.
Will take over.
8. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15. Grab behind the line. It's Miles. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Bowles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Looking for a deep man. Picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Hold it, finds his man on the left.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
A strike downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo. Running the red zone. It's Woodhead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Quarterback has to protect himself. Gets down with the slide. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
And the returner will be brought down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll go to the ground. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. He lobs one high down the left side. He makes the catch inside the 25. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power.
Touchdown, Florida State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Thompson wants to throw. Unloads it downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He leaves it with the back. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He'll try to do it himself. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Unleashes one deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Touchdown Seminoles! A great catch and run for 6. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Arizona dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one. But I'll tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss.
Thompson to throw.
60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll throw it on first down. And the ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. Inside the 10. Touchdown, no! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. And the point after is good. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Leaves it with the running back. Strong running there. Going to pick up 7 yards on the play, but they still have a 4th and 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. It's a flea flicker. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. One more snap coming before halftime. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And he tacks on the extra point. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Had to throw it before he wanted. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast, and you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Seminoles are flying down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. He's going for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Seminoles! And the beatdown has ensued. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
You're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays like what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They go to the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Using his feet to buy time. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Going to the ground. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll pull it down. At the 40, there he goes. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Coming after him. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Nice sack by the defense. Great job getting to him, getting him on the ground. That's the 4th sack of the day. This defense have had some bright moments, but they've also given up some big plays. Keep rushing the quarterback, but keep that coverage intact in the back end.
Still running at the 40. And the ball's on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Still on his feet at the 45. And there was lots of space as he gets into the 39-yard line. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. The give. Jukes his way for more. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Yellow Jackets are rolling down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. Got his man in stride. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Yellow Jackets have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Vanderbilt is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 32 to Nebraska. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's caught at the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Bob.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try. It's a fake. They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. Touchdown, no! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Well, the fake caught the defense by surprise. Opened up a little passing lane for the score.
And I tell you what, on field goal block, what are we doing? We're sending everybody. You might want to keep a guy or 2 back deep just in case they do run the field goal. And when you bring the field goal block and you bring everybody and you're sending all your resources to get them and you're not covering, this can happen. I tell you what, guts to call the play, and it actually worked.
Wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. At the 45 on its way. Oh, look out. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the grab on the left side. Afterburner's coming. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And the Seminoles trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put 1 mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground.
Touchdown, Florida State! And the stomping has commenced. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. And they tacked on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. 1st down here with time for maybe 1 more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. At the 35, he's open. Oh, there's the ball. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Thompson. And it's incomplete. He was wild, high, and wide on that one. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Yellow Jackets will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Miles. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's got it on the run. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. He wants to throw it again. Looking for the score. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.